class, we're going to start by doing some work on the backs of the legs, so the calves and the hamstrings. Then we're going to transition down to the mat and do some work on our stabilizing muscles. Then we will do some tummy exercises and we'll finish with some exercises for the arms. So let's start with our warm-up. If you stand towards the back of your mat, feet about hip distance apart. Let's elongate up through the body, so a gentle stretch up through the spine to stand nice and tall. Let's engage the tummy. Hands overhead, deep breath in, hands in line with the head and drop the head down towards the mat. Keep soft through the back of the legs, keep engaged through the tummy. You're not trying to reach the mat, you're just trying to use the weight of the head to get a nice stretch through the back of the body. Let's rebuild the spine, one bone at a time, nice and slowly. Let's do that again. Arms up, drop head in line with hands, forward to drop the hands down towards the mat. Keep soft through the knees, keep engaged through the tummy, relaxed through the shoulders. Let's rebuild the spine, one bone at a time. Let's just shrug out those shoulders, up, back and down, up, back and down. So we're going to start with some exercises for the legs. These don't look like very much, but they add up very quickly, so you are definitely going to feel this. We're going to start off nice and slow, just by lifting one heel at a time off the mat. So right, left, right, left, right, left. Keep the tummy engaged, keep the rest of the body nice and relaxed. Right, left. Now let's do both legs together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This time we're going to add them in the arms. So we'll lift up, we'll lift the arms, feet down, arms down. Keep the tummy engaged. Keep everything nice and relaxed. It's just the legs and arms that we're working. If you find that you're losing your balance, you might want to move yourself off your mat. The harder the surface is underneath your feet, the easier it is to hold your balance. So we'll do 2 more. Arms, lift, arms, lower. This time we're going to lift and we're going to finish with some pulses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And relax. And if your legs aren't on fire, you did something wrong. So let's go to the back of our mat. We're going to transition down for our mat exercises. So we're just going to roll down, walk out onto all fours. So in all fours position, your hands should be directly under your shoulders, your knees directly under your hips, knees about hip distance apart. We're going to start by having a nice stretch into the spine. So we're going to drop the head down and arch the spine up to get a nice cat stretch through the spine. And then we'll go the opposite direction, lift the head up to look forward and drop the spine down. We'll do that again. Drop the head to look through the legs. Nice arch up through the spine. Then arch the opposite direction to look forward. We'll do 2 more. Nice and steady. And look up and down and up. And let's come to rest in our neutral position. So this first exercise that we're going to do, will challenge your stability and your balance in your body. So we're going to start by lifting one hand at a time off the mat and stretching the hand out in front, like this. You will feel as soon as you lift the hand off the mat that your weight will shift over to the other side, and even the weight in your legs will shift over to the left leg. What I'd like you to do is try and keep the weight as evenly distributed across your legs as possible. Keep the hips as stable as possible and try and not lean over to the other side. So keep the hand under the shoulder. So let's try that. We'll engage the tummy and then let's just lift the right hand off the mat and stretch it forward. And back down. And lift the left hand and stretch it forward. Keep nice and relaxed through the shoulders, engaged through the tummy, and try and move as little as possible through the hips and through the rest of the body. So really only the arms should be moving. We'll keep it going. That's 3. We'll do 4. Keep the neck in a nice neutral position, so we're not looking forward as we lift the hands. And hands should be returning to the position directly under the shoulder. That's 5, 3 more, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. And let's rest for a moment. We'll just reset the hands, make sure they're directly under the shoulders. And now we're going to do the same thing with the legs. So again, when you lift one knee off the mat, you will feel the weight shifting over to the opposite side. Try and keep the weight evenly distributed through the arms at the front and to not rock towards the leg that you're resting on. So we'll start with the right leg. If you lift the knee off the mat and let's stretch the leg out to the back. Return the knee, lift the left knee off the mat and out to the back. Make sure those tummies are engaged and there should be very little rocking through the body. So let's keep that going. Keep nice and relaxed through the shoulders. So don't let the tension creep up into the shoulders. And keep the tummy engaged the whole time. That back should be as flat as possible. It's 5, 3 more, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8. Well done. We'll just take a very quick stretch back, just to stretch out the shoulders, stretch out the legs, and we'll come back up to all fours. Now we're going to combine those two together. So we're going to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. So right arm with left leg. I like to think of my wrist and my knee being connected with an elastic band that I'm trying to stretch apart. And just when I keep that in my mind, it helps me to keep my balance. So we'll start off nice and slowly, engage the tummy, relax through the shoulders, and let's lift the right hand and left knee off the mat and let's stretch out. Bring them back. Rest them, lift the left hand and right knee, stretch them out. Keep the body as stable as possible. Think of it as 2 movements, lifting, stretching, returning down. Lifting, stretching, returning down. Let's go for 3. Returning down. Lift, stretch, return down. Lift, stretch, return down. Lift, stretch, return down. Keep everything as stable as possible. If you imagine a small ball resting on your lower back, that ball should not be rolling off the side. We'll do 2 more. So lift, stretch, return and down, lift, stretch, return and down. Well done. We'll take a quick stretch back. Then we'll come back up onto all fours, drop the knee to the side, and let's spin around onto our bum. We're going to do a little bit of work on our tummy. So if you sit up nice and straight, legs bent at about a 90-degree angle, feet about hip distance apart. We're just going to transition down to the mat. So hold the back of the legs and let's lower down to the mat. When you're lying nice and comfortably, bring the feet in a little bit closer to the bum so that the feet are flat on the mat. Legs are still about hip distance apart. For our first tummy exercise, we're going to lift the head, back and the upper back and shoulders off the mat together and stretch the hands forwards to the side of the knees. So let's engage the tummies, breath in to prepare, and the head, neck and shoulders come off the mat and the hands come to the side of the knees. From here, we're going to circle the hands. So up, back, around and down. We're going to do that 8 times. Try and stay relaxed through the legs, the neck, and engage through the tummy. So up, back, around and down. The head is not moving. The gaze is staying down through the legs. If you can, lift the neck and shoulders off the ground a little bit more to get a bigger crunch. That's 4. We'll keep it going, keep the tummy engaged. Keep relaxed through the neck, lift the shoulders and upper back off the mat. 6, 2 more. 7, 8, and relax. Well done, those are quite tough. The second exercise we're going to do for the tummy, remain in this position. We're going to put the hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. I want you to think of the hands as just being a support for the head. We're not really going to use the arms to help us to lift up. The lift should be coming from the chest. So we're going to lift the shoulders and chest off the mat, and then we're going to twist gently from one side to the other. So opposite elbow to opposite knee. So across, 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 across. Keep engaged through the tummy and lift with the chest and shoulders and not with the hands. Try and think of it being the shoulder that's going across and not the elbow. So you get a bigger stretch into the side. This is quite a small movement, but you should still be able to feel it. We'll do 2 more. Last one. And relax down. Well done. So we come back up to a seated position. So if you just grab the back of the leg and just lever yourself up to a seated position, drop the legs over to the side, and we'll come round to our front for our last exercise, which is our plank push-up. So again, we're in our all fours position, hands directly under knees, shoulders, knees directly under hips. We're going to walk the hands forward as far as they will go while still comfortably staying in this position. So something like this. We're going to bring the legs together. We're going to engage the tummy, lift the feet off the mat and drop down into a plank position. So in Pilates, we usually do our plank on extended arms. If for some reason you have problems with your wrists and you prefer, you can also do this down on your elbows. But for today, we're going to do this in an extended arm position. So already, this is a really good exercise. It's using almost all of the muscles in your body. So this is a full body exercise. You're working your arms, you're working your stabilizers, your tummy, your neck muscles, everything is working. So your option 1 is to stay in this position. Option 2, if you'd like to add a bit of extra challenge, is to add in a push-up. So I'm just going to adjust my hands forward slightly, just a small amount so that I can go down more easily. So we're going to take a deep breath in and then down and up. Don't feel that it's all or nothing, that you have to do all the push-ups or no push-ups at all. You can do 1 or 2 push-ups. You can do a shallower push-up if you don't quite have the strength to go the whole way down to the mat. But I'm going to do 8 push-ups. So just do what's comfortable for you. So we're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back up to plank, feet to the floor, and let's just come back for a quick shell stretch. And that's it for today. Well done, guys. We'll see you back here soon. Bye.